Hi, I'm Jamie.
And I'm Dayle.
We're sisters and best friends, and this is Proof It's Possible.
Jamie and I are complete opposites, but somehow through every stage of life, we stay on the same team. We're kicking the door wide open and sharing our morning coffee chats with you.
Join us as we chat about everything from chasing our dreams to entrepreneurship to family, friendship, and what other craziness we have going on that week. Hi, welcome to Proof It's Possible with Jamie and Dayle.
Hi. Thank you guys for being here again. Today, we want to talk about manifestation and what we're manifesting right now.
So what are you manifesting?
I'm manifesting more girls trips. That is my very favorite thing.
Same.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm manifesting a lot of things. Like I'm always manifesting business stuff. I'm always manifesting other things. But I even use manifestation for my fun. And my most fun thing that I am like on this planet for is girls trips.
Same.
You can't just say
same all episodes. Same.
Why do you love them?
Well, what's not to love? I mean, you're there without children, doing whatever you want, whenever
Which
you
is
want.
what? Eating chicken fingers for me.
Last time we were just having the best time of our lives, going out for dinners that we didn't have to cook, we didn't have to clean.
That's true. Yes.
We stayed in hotels. We had the wait staff tending to us at the pool.
Yeah. Well, and do you want to know what I think the best thing about girls trips are and female friendships are, is that you are somebody with your girlfriends that is hilarious. They laugh at your jokes. They think the same things as you. Like, and when we say girls trip, we are tame. Like we'll have like a drink over a very long period of days. We're not huge drinkers. We're not party girls, nothing like that. But just the amount of laughter that your best friends can bring you is not possible. Like you can't have like a coffee. You can get like a little snippet of that during a coffee or a lunch at home, but everybody has to go back to their regular lives, go back to work, go back to whatever. And a girls trip, you get to like disconnect from all the things and not have any stress.
Yeah.
And actually let loose and laugh. Have so much fun. My favorite. Jamie's just here to agree.
I'm just here to agree.
She's not
I mean, girls trips are the best. It's like the only thing that gets me through each quarter is knowing that like potentially it might be our time. It might be our time where the stars align and everybody's free and we get to do another girls trip.
I do find that finding time for a girls trip as we get older and everybody's family gets bigger and like our businesses get busier and our jobs are busy and all that, it's harder to find the time. And I think that that's why the last couple girls trips that we've done have been so fun. We went last year to Nashville for my bachelorette, and that was like insane. It was so good.
It was so
fun.
One of our best friends is a travel agent, and she lined up like this amazing hotel, and she had the staff decorate the room and like
just all the perks. Like
all the perks. Yeah.
She just got us all the perks. It was so fun.
Yeah, we had so many resort credits, we couldn't spend them all. We were like literally rich with chicken nuggets at one point during the pool.
Chicken fingers at the pool, coffees at the fancy coffee shop.
Yeah.
That's the kind of girls trip I'm there for.
Absolutely.
And I need one of my like requirements on girls trips. It has to be with girls that I love and that are like-minded, but it also has to be somewhere that's warm. Or I prefer warm is my like own personal choice. We did do a very fun bachelorette girls trip to Whistler for one of our girlfriends' weddings, and that was very fun. But for me, it was a little bit cold because I hate being cold. But the company was incredible, and we did have so many good experiences on that one.
Yeah. I like so we've done Nashville, LA, Scottsdale, Whistler. I think the next one I'm manifesting is either a trip back to LA because I love it, or I don't know. Where do you want to go?
I would love to do Palm Springs. I haven't been there in so long.
Austin,
I would love to do Austin. I would go back to Nashville every single chance I got. I love Scottsdale. It is my second/third home. I love it there. I would move there if I could. New York. I would totally do New York.
Yeah, I love New York too.
Yeah, that would be good. Other than like a girls trip for manifestation though, what are some big things in your life that you've manifested?
Hmm. I have to think on that. I don't know.
I mean, manifestation is something that's interesting, and I don't know if you guys do it or are familiar with it, but basically, it's the act of like in your mind's eye creating something so real and envisioning exactly what you want to the point where it actually comes true. Like, when I was looking to like buy my house with Darren, I had all these things that were really hard to find. Like they were like we wanted to move into an older neighborhood that had small old bungalows, but I was like, I'm going to have a 10-person table that was like big enough for me to get all the way around with my wheelchair so I could like set the table beautifully. And even Darren was like, it's not going to happen. Like we hadn't seen one house that was even a possibility, but I had in my mind this idea of like a big long dining table that I would be able to have dinners at. And eventually we found it.
I
Like
feel like I kind of
that's
manifested the house I'm in too.
you did?
Yeah, because all the houses I saw, we have 3 kids, so I wanted 4 bedrooms up. Like that was my number one thing, is that I wanted 4 bedrooms upstairs. I wasn't about to send a like 6-year-old to the basement.
Right.
So that was like the one thing I really cared about, and we didn't come across any. And then I just was like, no, I'm confident we'll find it. And everyone was like, you're crazy. You need to settle for something else. And I just held firm that I was going to find it. And then eventually we did.
Yeah.
And it was like everything I wanted. I wanted a big yard. I wanted 4 bedrooms up. Those were like my 2 requirements. That's really all I cared about.
For sure. Yeah, it's amazing how like if you know what you want, you actually have a chance at getting it.
Yeah.
And
you know what else? One of my very first manifestation though was
what?
do you remember like years ago I manifested Lori Harder's Bliss tickets?
Yes. Oh
Like
yeah.
we barely even knew who Lori Harder
Yeah.
was. And I came over to my sister's house and you were having like there was girls there. Like
Oh, I don't
Erica,
remember this at
anyways,
all.
Erica, Brittany, a bunch of girls were there. And I was like, you guys, I'm about to win tickets to Lori Harder's Bliss Project. And everyone was like, what are you talking about? Did you enter a contest? And I was like, no, I didn't actually. And then I got like within 12 hours, I was told that I had gotten these tickets, but I had already looked up flights,
Yes.
where I was going to stay.
Yeah.
I had already like decided
When you
in my
told
mind
me,
that I
you're
was
like,
going,
you better be ready to come.
yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I'll come, but I think you don't have tickets, so we're good. And it's sold out, so not possible. We're not going.
Manifested that shit.
Yeah. And we went and it was life-changing. Like
Yeah.
that was so good.
It was so good.
Yeah, you totally did manifest that. I feel like honestly now I look at every single thing in my life as something I've manifested. Like I see the thing I want long before, whether it's like adding another income into my like stream of incomes, whether it's an activity with my friends, whether it's like spending time with family, call it what you want. Like, did I book the ticket and just make sure I could spend time with family? Or did I like manifest an entire life that, supported me being able to go get on an airplane and see my sister and her kids and my parents and, get to spend time with people that I love because I have a flexible schedule. So I think of all of my life as a big, fat, juicy manifestation.
So what are you manifesting right now?
Well, because of the books,
besides a girls trip.
Yeah, besides the girls trip, which that's like always. So ask me at any point, that's gonna be the answer. I'm manifesting a bestseller for my book. Aren't you?
Oh, 100%. I'm manifesting that. But like, what are some tips to make sure that your manifestations come to fruition? Like, what are some ways that you manifest?
So for me, I get these like almost visions, which just sounds like a little kooky, but I like envision myself seeing the actual book on Amazon or on a list that it says bestseller, or just getting really detailed on my like seeing the event. And you know what's so weird is in my life, there's been a few times where I'm like, it's so weird. I can't see myself on that trip or on that. Like I couldn't muster up the like visual for myself, and something had come along and like stopped me from going. Like it got canceled last minute. Like on those times when I'm like, well, that's weird because I could never really see myself there. Made sense, or like speaking at something that the event got canceled. It was like during COVID. I couldn't see the room. I couldn't see myself talking. I couldn't see the audience. And when I want something, I literally like put myself in the room me at the front on a stage speaking, if that's what the manifestation is. What are your tips?
I like to speak it out loud.
Yeah.
I
for
like to
sure.
write it down. So like every day I say at least one time, you're a best-selling author.
Oh, okay.
Like to myself, obviously. I also like to write it, like repeat it in a journal. Like
Yeah.
every so often I'll just like journal about things. And then I also like to do this like visualization thing that we did at Chris Harder's roundtable, where he says like, what does it smell like? What does it sound like? What are you gonna,
Oh, I've never done that.
yeah. So you like go through all the aspects of your life, like who's surrounded with you when the thing happens, like what's the feeling in the room, and do you hear birds chirping? Like when you sip your coffee, what are your feelings around it? And like, what does your house look like? And so it's just this whole visualization thing. But I'm a bit like you, like I am a very visual person and I'm constantly in like a state of daydream. So I pretty much know what's going to happen before it happens because I've already seen it happen. Like I have to spend a lot of mental energy in order to like do all of that, do the visualization of it. And like, what is it going to feel like when I'm holding my book in my hand? And what am I going to, who's going to be surrounding me? And what am I going to say to everybody? And how am I going to talk about it? And
totally.
All those things I have like predetermined already up here.
Yeah, exactly. Same. And I feel like there's like so much power in it, because if you've already like planned it out in your mind, like made it so real, it almost always happens. Whatever that looks like, you know, for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think there's like a bit of a like, jump off the cliff and hope you have wings type of a moment that has to happen with any manifestation. Like,
oh, for sure. Like you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to have a best-selling book, but you don't actually write the book.
Or you don't actually take the risk and get vulnerable and do the thing. Like there is a bit of like risk involved with it that you're doing a trade-off. Like you give up a little bit of this to have more of that kind of a like, and it's a currency, it's an energy.
Well, exactly. And like, if anybody has read the book, The Universe Has Your Back by Gabby Bernstein, and you like all this stuff, that is like the number one place to start, in my opinion. And actually that is my first stop in any self development or anything that I've ever started. I read that book first. And
it was a recommendation by me.
It was. Thank you. Anyways, and pretty much all of my like self-growth has been a recommendation by you. Like really. If we're looking back, you're my guru. So let's talk.
I'm just holding up the mirror.
Yeah. You're like, so there's this book you should read with what you're saying right now. But anyways, so I read that, and if you like, whether you believe in God, the universe, it's totally up to you. But basically putting yourself, you can't just say the universe has to have my back. You have to say, like, I will act in this way towards these dreams or these goals or these hopes, and make those actions every day in order to facilitate what the universe can provide you. If you don't do it, it's not just going to pop out of thin air.
Yeah, you don't get to wake up one day and be like, oh, I want all of the things.
Yeah, I'm going to be a billionaire. Exactly. But yet you won't do any of the things or, that lead you to that. So I do think that like risk your own actions, and the universe will manifest what you want. It is a three-way deal. So
I love talking about manifestation though, because it's like, it reminds me that like anything is possible. It's possible. Like
me too.
Just like look around. There's proof everywhere. There's people that have exactly what you want, whatever it is that you're manifesting.
Totally.
So I hope that whoever is listening to this is manifesting some big, juicy, wild things of their own.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next episode.
We are so grateful you're here.
It would mean the world to us if you'll subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel and leave us a review.
If you want to hear more from us, go to proofitspossible.com to join our mailing list and find our social links so you don't miss a thing.
Thanks, and chat next time.